Hello everybody, it's Shadows coming at you with another Transformers review. And today we're going to do a special two-figure review of the new Transformers Siege War for Cybertron trilogy, Optimus Prime and Megatron. So, this isn't a two-pack or anything. I was just lucky enough to purchase both of these through a guy on a Facebook group I'm in. So, he was selling it for a decent price, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna take a look at them because I was honestly interested in seeing how these turned out, and I'm not disappointed. So we're gonna start off, and we'll do Megatron first or Optimus first. I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll save Megatron for last because I like him a little bit more. But yeah. So first and foremost, oh, excuse me. We'll take a look at Megatron's box. And some nice packaging. It's something we haven't seen before, which is nice, and it's got like a nice symbol in there. Looks like a sword hilt. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but hey. And then Megatron, Decepticon symbol, Siege, War for Cybertron trilogy, so it's another Combiner Wars, Prime Wars trilogy. So, and then you got a nice picture of Megatron. If you have a black light, you can, I think it's, you shine it over this part here, and some of them show like a message or something. I don't have a black light on me, so I can't really do it, but I'm just letting you know that is a thing. And the top, you just got the Decepticon symbol. I love that. I love how that looks. War for Cybertron, and then on this side of the box, it's the Siege picture of the Autobots and all that. So yeah, there you go. And there is the back of the box with the obligatory product shots in his robot mode, in his tank mode, and the little battle masters, which I guess are target masters, whatever. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be picking any of these up. So yeah, but you can arm them up and use the blast effects and all that good stuff. We'll talk more about that in robot mode. So there you go. And as far as I can see, I don't see any bio. So that's interesting. But yeah, there you go. There's the box for Megatron. And now looking at Optimus's, it's essentially the same thing. Different symbol in the back. It's Optimus, Siege, Transformers. There's a nice picture of Optimus, looking all Optimus-like. On this side, it's, again, the Siege picture. The bottom, you just got your warnings and all that good stuff. On the top of the box, you got the Autobot symbol, which it looks cool too. And then you got his obligatory product shots in his robot mode, his truck mode, and all the battle masters and so forth and so on. So yeah, and there you got that. So here we do have Optimus Prime and Megatron. I already put their accessories on. Ow, I just nailed that. So yeah, we'll just look at them. I think we're gonna look at Optimus first, and we'll look at Megatron here in a second. But first, I mean, you can see how the two scale in vehicle mode. Megatron is longer and a little bit bulkier, but he's a tank, so I mean, you know, it's to be expected. And there you go. So we'll put Megs off to the side, and we'll take a look at Mr. Prime. So here we have Optimus in his Cybertronian truck mode, which I like. Originally I wasn't a fan of these, but it's kind of grown on me in the day I've had it, so it looks nice. It's very G1-esque, which I have mixed feelings about, but I mean, it's not specifically just G1, so I'm not gonna say much. So yeah, it's a nice little Cybertronian truck mode. You got the little tires, and just all that. I mean, It's basically like an Optimus. So we'll take a look at his accessories real quick. And you got his rifle, which is kind of hollow, but I mean, it's a nice mold and everything. So there you have that. And then you got a shield, which is nice. It looks cool. It's got an Autobot symbol up there. So, see that? Nice silver and black. And yeah, so there's something this can do, but we'll get to that later. And basically, just to store it, you can either store them both up here on the ports up here. You can put them in the side right here, here, and then you can put them on top of each other and put them in a little trailer hitch thing over there. But I'm not one for vehicle mode storage because I usually don't display my figures in vehicle mode unless it's Bumblebee, because I have way too many movie Bumblebees. So we'll just get down to some comparisons real quick. And here he is with the Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Optimus Prime that came out a long time ago. And if you know me and you know the channel, I love the War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron designs. They're my favorite. While I personally prefer War for Cybertron Optimus, I do not have him. I've been looking. But I do like the Fall of Cybertron. Not as much as the War for Cybertron, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. And I also got the Planet X version of this guy, but I'm waiting on a replacement shoulder because I bought him broken. But we'll get to that when we get there. So there you go. You can see how they scale with one another. And here he is with the knockoff Voyager-sized MPP-10. And you can see, you see the Cybertron on Earth versions. And I mean, for the longest time, this was my G1 Prime. You know, I just had to have him. I like this mold, and it's just fun to mess with. So yeah, there you have it. You can see how those scale. In truck mode, this guy is definitely, they're about the same size. He's just a hair taller, but you can definitely tell the differences in robot mode. So there you have that. And just for the heck of it, we'll do the Titans Return Voyager Megatron in his tank mode, so you can see how they scale with the previous Voyagers, other than the Studio Series. And here you go with the War for Cybertron Deluxe Megatron in his tank mode, so you can see how those go. Planet X, you need to do it. You need to do it and maybe repaint Pluto and this one into Galvatron. That would be amazing. But yeah, that's for another day. So yeah, there you go. And there's all the size comparisons out of the way. So without further ado, let's just get down to transformations. So what you want to do is untab these sections right here and just bring them out like this for now. Bring that out. Bring the legs down on the hip joints. And you want to, we'll do the legs real quick. Flip these panels down, tab them in. You want to split the legs, open the feet up, both sides. And now you want to I forget to do it from here. You just got to move these tires in this way, bring this section down, and then flip this section up, and then that'll just tab in right there. that all lined up, and just to fill out the back of the legs, which is nice, and then just rotate the feet around, and there you got a leg all done. So same thing on the other side. Flip these in, bring this down, bring this panel out, line it up, tab it in, make sure it's in there, and there you go. And just rotate it, and now he's got his legs. So you got this going on. So I don't know, everybody always talks about it. I don't know what that's from, so yeah, I can't really join in. But you want to rotate these tire sections down, untab these sections up here, and you want to, where do you want to go from here? You want to untab this top section up here. If you can, nope. All right. So just leave that up for now. You want to flip these sections out, untab them right up here. Get those out of the way, and then bring this up, and then that'll in turn bring that whole section up. And now you just want to take the arms, fold this panel down like that, just to give you some clearance. You want to bring the shoulder out, bring the forearm down, flip this panel against his forearm, and push this section back. You want to go this way, and it'll stay there, and there you have an arm all done. So kind of like the Classics Prime, even though I've never messed with that, but yeah, that's just from all the videos I've seen. And now on this other side, do the same thing. Cut my nails so I don't have nails. Bring that around. Rotate this back. Flip that panel down. Alright, so now you want to take these wheel sections, and they are on double hinges, and just collapse them up into the side of the torso. Alright, and then that'll go in, we'll tab in, and then flip his crotch, tab that in, and there you've got, basically, he's almost done. Let me readjust the camera. Bring it up a little bit just so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, and you want to rotate this section down, and you want to collapse this section first, and tab it in, and then tab this in, bring it down, and it'll go there, and then just bring this all the way down, and then these two tabs right here will go into these slots right there, and that will just tab his backpack into place. So there you go. Now for the finishing touch, I mean, he kind of needs a head, so just open up his chest, bring his arms back, open up his chest, and just flip his head up. Come on, Prime. Oh, you're gonna be difficult now, aren't you? Okay. Alright, so I made a mistake. So don't flip these up just yet until you get the head out. So that's what was keeping it in. That was my bad. So you just bring the head up, collapse this tire section in, bring his chest back together, and there you go. That was my bad. This is like the second time I've transformed this thing. Alright, so there you have that. And there you have Optimus in his robot mode. And as you can tell, it is extremely G1-esque. So I have mixed feelings about it. I mean, it's a great looking figure, don't get me wrong. I really like this figure. It's a nice little Optimus. as a lot of you know now, I am selling most of my collection. The only ones I'm going to keep are Optimus Primes and Megatrons, so that's mainly the reason I went in on these guys. So I really don't care for the G1 all that much. I know that's a super unpopular opinion, and a lot of you would get super mad. So, I mean, sorry, but that's just my opinion. But I do like how this looks. And we got some battle damage, more so in robot mode. I was reading somewhere that there is a way to take all this off, but I mean, I like how it looks. I personally, this is what it's supposed to go for, so I'm not gonna mess with it. My only real complaint is smokestacks are just a little too low. So I mean, it's not just for the G1 look. It looks cooler when they're bigger. But I know Repro Labels, Toy Hacks is they just released some parts for this and set, so I might pick that up. Very pleased with their work. So there you go. And now we'll look at some of the details on him. So it's got a nice head sculpt. I like it. You can see in there, his eyes are done in a nice blue. Then you just see all this different detailing. You got the yellow picked out for the headlights, his abs, more of the battle damage. And I mean, it's a pretty clean transformation. The only really thing hanging up is these sections back here and the giant backpack. But I mean, I really don't care. I think it looks cool, so that's just me. So in terms of articulation, the head is on a ball joint, but it can't go side to side that much just due to the way his head is. But it can do a full 360. You can look up, you can look down, and if you want to, you can use that to get some more upward and no more down because it gets there. The shoulders move out all the way on this, and this panel will flip up to accommodate. You got some elbow articulation, and then you got just over 90 degrees at the elbow, and the hands can swivel, which is nice. It's one problem I have with Megatron, that his doesn't, but it is what it is. Hands can't open or close or anything. You do have a waist swivel, so it can go all the way. You don't have any ab crunch, just how it transforms. You can get that transformation joint if you want to do something like that, but that just looks weird. But it's a thing you can move, so you got it looks like soft ratchet in there for the hip, and then you got thigh swivel, and then you got very deep knee bend. So there you go. And then you have a knee joint. You can rotate it at the knee. And then the feet, the toes can move down, but that's more so for transformation. Same thing with the heels. And then you got some ankle tilt, which is nice. And there you have that. Oh, and the shoulders can do 360. So, yeah, almost forgot about that. So, now let's just get down to his accessories. So, you can give him his rifle, plug it into his hand, and he holds it very, very securely. So that's good. And I mean, it looks good when he's holding it. So I do like that. And now, your shield, you can put the shield on his forearm right here. And then have that going on. Or what you're supposed to do is the shield transforms. So you flip this handle down, it just tabs in right there, and then it'll click in very softly. And now you got this, and you take this section right here, get your fingernail, and then there's one over here, push this in, and now you see this pops up, and then just flip this out together, and now he's got an axe, which is cool. It's not the best looking axe, but I mean, for what it is, it's pretty cool that they did that. And you can just put that in his hand, and now he's got his axe. So I think that's cool. It's not the best, but I mean, it is what it is. I like it. It looks cool. And there you have that. So now, let's just get down to some more comparisons, shall we? So, for comparison, here he is with the Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Optimus. So you can see how the scale works there. He was just a tiny figure, like, good lord. Alright, and then here he is with the knockoff MP10 Voyager, and this is where I said, yeah, this is bigger than this one, and I personally prefer the look of this to that, but I mean, still a cool little figure. And here he is with the War for Cybertron Megatron, so you can see how those two work together. And I like it. Just this really should have been a Voyager. It really should have. And here he is with the Titan's Return Voyager Megatron. And I like that scale. That scale is really good. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I don't like the one that's coming. But there you have that. So there you have Optimus, and now we will continue over to Megatron. Here it is with the Titan's Return Megatron in his tank mode, and I know this is contrary to popular belief and opinion. I really like the Titan's Return Megatron. It's different, and it's a triple changer. Yes, I know it's supposed to be Blitzwing, but I grew up with Cybertron Megatron, who was a triple changer, so I like seeing that. I mean, in terms of the tank mode, I like the turret section of this guy, and I like the body of this. If they would switch that and get it proportioned, I think that would look good, but I like both tank modes. I kind of lean towards this one just because it holds together better, and it's more solid, and it's not basically Megatron on his belly and spewed out. So yeah, but there that is. And here he is with the War for Cybertron Megatron. So you can see how they look, and yeah, I like that one way better. I know it's smaller and it's a deluxe, but I like that tank mode so much better than that. I prefer this figure to this one any day, always this one. That's why Planet X, come on, please, please, please. So there you have Megatron, and just again, here he is with the Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Optimus. So you can see how they scale together. And here it is with the knockoff Masterpiece Optimus Voyager size. So you can see how they look. Not bad, not bad. But, I mean, you're really not going to get vehicle mode size comparisons, like, accurate scale. So, it really doesn't bug me. So, yeah, there you have that. Alright, so now, let's get down to transformation, shall we? Alright, so what you want to do is you want to untab this section up here. You put it in there, It goes through that bit right there, and then it just plugs into the what will be the fusion cannon. So for right now, what we can do, we'll just put this off to the side and we'll focus on Megs himself. So what you want to do, we'll go ahead and do the legs. You want to untab the legs, and they just tab into the side of the hip right there into that slot. You want to take this section, bring it out. You want to hold this section, and then you just want to roll it like this. And then get it out to there. Swing this back, and then just rotate his leg around. No, you don't want to rotate his leg. My bad. Alright, and then just flip out his heel spur. That'll click in, and boom. That's the only thing about mine is super, super loose. So, same side, do it like that. Alright, open this section, hold, and just bring it out. Bring it out, close that back up, flip the foot out until it clicks, heel spur, and there you got the legs all done. And rotate at the waist. So there you go. And now you will work back here. So what you want to do is untab these tread sections. They just tab in right in there. So you want to bring that up and just bring it out of the way. And then you want to untab the fusion cannon. It just pegs in right in there. You want to bring the arms out. Bring this section. Bring this section down. Then you bring this section with it. You want to rotate the arms forward and then just get all this down so it's on a double hinge. I don't believe, no, it does tab in, never mind. Tabs in right there, and there you go, got that. No, you want to leave this section down. All right, and then you want to flip these in, and these do not tab in anywhere, but I mean, it's not really the end of the world. So you make sure that's all flush, and there you go. So now we are on the home stretch. So make sure that's good. All right, and then just lock the shoulders into place like that. These sections here, just flip them down, or you can leave them up, whatever you want to do, but you're supposed to leave it down to, well, oops, forgot to adjust the camera. These sections right here. You can leave them up if you want, or just flip them down. You're supposed to flip them down, but you know, it is what you want it to do. Flip this fusion cannon down, rotate this around, bring this, flip out his fists, and then just flip up his head. The one thing that is irritating, the neck piece right here, the little flap it's on, it doesn't tab in anywhere. Mine's pretty much solid enough. It's got enough friction where it won't just droop, but I mean, when you're posing him and everything, it does get quite annoying. But I mean, it's, I guess your mileage may vary, so we'll see. And all right, there you have Megs in his robot mode, and it's, I like to think of this Megatron as the one we never got for Combiner Wars and Power of the Primes and such. Just because I really like that Megatron. It was G1-ish, yeah. But I mean, at the same time, it looked different enough where I really liked it. So, and I've touched this guy up just a little bit. I put a new Decepticon sticker on his chest because the one that comes normally is like stupid tiny. So I like my Megs with a big ol' Decepticon symbol. Yeah, that's his badge of honor, and he earned it. So there you go. And then I just picked out these sections here in black and some red right there, and red going here, red on the sides, and red like that, just to make it pop a little bit more. And I like that Energon flowing feel like in Prime and the games. So there you have that. So yeah, looks pretty good. I like it. It's a nice little figure. Like I said, I just wish his ankle wasn't so freaking loose, and the fusion cannon was at least shifted back just a little bit, just to make it look better. I'm okay with this length here, but I just wish it was bigger in the back, like the War for Cybertron Megatron. But, I mean, hey, beggars can't be choosers, and I wish these tabs weren't there so you could have the hand flush, because that just kind of looked weird to me. But yeah, and there's no wrist rotation, which they need to stop doing with sword bots. And you know, speaking of swords, that little piece we had earlier, you want to untab this, just flip it around. It's on a mushroom, and then flip it up, flip it back inwards, and it'll just tab in to the side of this gun. And there you go. He's got a sword now. So yeah, it's not the best sword, but I mean it's a pretty cool little concept, and you can do different things with it. You can put it on his forearm and have that going on. You could store it on his back in one of these ports right here to have that like sheathed look, which I adore, and you guys will see here in a few. But yeah, so just have him hold it for right now. So yeah, you can do that. So articulation wise, the head, it is on a ball joint. Yeah, it's on a ball joint. You can see it, but just due how to his head is sculpted, you really can't get any side to side movement. You can get up, get down a little bit, and then you can use that to, yeah, that's more so for transformation. But the shoulders do full 360. They can go in and out. You got a elbow rotation up here, elbow swivel, and you got very, very slightly over 90 degrees, but not too much. And like I said, no wrist rotation. You do have a waist swivel. You can go all the way around. The legs can go forward. You can go back. They can go out. You got a thigh swivel. And you got 90 degrees at the knee. And then his toes can't move down, but they can. Well, they can. Yeah. When it's fully transformed, you can't do anything with it, but you got ankle tilt, like I said. Annoying. And there you go. So, not the most posable thing, but I mean, it is what it is. I'll take it. So, we'll just give him his weapons again. And we'll just get down to some comparisons. So for comparison, here he is with War for Cybertron Megatron, and I would have liked this cannon to at least been long like this. I love this cannon. Yeah, it's kind of big, but I like a big cannon. So there you have that. And then here he is with the Titan's Return Voyager Megatron. And Hasbro, what are you doing? This is a Voyager. This is a tiny Voyager. This is a big deluxe. Come on. And then I even prefer this cannon to that one. If it If this cannon was as long as this, I would be happy. But it's not. So. Alright. And here he is with Fall of Cybertron Optimus. And again, that is just too tiny for me, but yeah, there you go. And then here he is with the knockoff MT-10 Optimus, and just towers over him. So, yeah. And the finale, here he is with Siege Optimus. And this is where I start having complaints. Optimus is either too tall or Megatron is too short. Probably both. And I like my Megatron being bigger than Optimus. And you can see it's close, but Optimus is still taller. And that just bugs me, but it's not like a deal breaker. So, and there you have these two. So now, what I want to do is a little thing I came up with the other day, last night actually. So we're going to take this off, and now we are going to put this on his forearm like this. No, did I have it on his forearm? No, I had him holding it. Okay, you'll see what I'm talking about. Alright, so have him hold it. Yep. Alright. So now, this is just me. You can plug this and into his gun mode and have it on there to have that G1 vibe, but I think it's just too tall and the swords hang down. I mean, you could remove the blades. They're just on screws and whatnot, but I mean, that's just too much work. But since, for me at least, I have this. This is the gun that came with Energon Prowl. And I had 2 of those figures, and I got rid of one. So I had an extra gun. So I am currently in the process of painting the other one solid black. So be sure I'll do something with that later in the future. You'll see this guy in a comparison. But yeah, this, what I do is put it back here, and there you go. You got like a gun on his back, which it just looks better to me because it's shorter and it's just a little bit thicker. But that's not all. Then you got this. Now, this is the Dr. Wu Tyrant Sword, which is the Dark Star Saber from Transformers Prime. So, yeah, you can scream, oh, cross continuity, whatever. I just love the way this looks with this guy. And what I do is I have the little scabbard piece it came with. Finally got it to work. I plug it on the back and have that look going on like he does in Prime, and just have it on the back. Now the same can be said about this with Optimus. They both can hold it really, really securely, but Megatron, just the Dark Star Saber, you can't hold it like this or whatever. So it is what it is. But also, you got the scabbard piece. I put it on the other side of Optimus, and to have that look going on. So I just think that looks pretty freaking awesome. That's just me, but I finally got those the other day, so I just love how that looks. And yeah, I can't wait to have that finally painted black. But oh, I just like how that looks. I don't know why, but I just do. So that's how I'm going to be displaying these guys. So there you guys have it. This is going to be a long video. I can already tell. But so there you guys have it. There is the new Transformers War for Cybertron, Siege, Voyager class Optimus Prime, and Megatron. Decent figures. I like them. They're fun to mess with and everything. They're not overly complex or anything like that, which I don't mind. I like a little bit more complex transformation. not as bad as the, oh, the Masterpiece 36 Megatron. That's fun to do. But yeah, so there you guys have it. You got some different things to do, and the Siege Battle Masters, you can plug the effects into their rifles and all these various ports. Their ports up, like, this is the G1 version of the mech tech we had in Dark of the Moon and all that such. So yeah, it's a repeat of that. So there you guys have it. So there is the Optimus Prime and Megatron from the new Siege line, and yeah, so until next time, guys, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out, and then turn that notification bell on so you get notified whenever I post a new video. I am sorry for the lack of videos, like, month's time. I got in a wreck last month on December 2nd, and it totaled my car, so I've been really stressed out with that. I did just get a new one the other day, so that's squared away, but yeah, thankfully me and my girlfriend were totally fine, so that's all that matters. So until next time, guys, I'm going to try to upload more often, and I've got a bunch of videos planned. So until next time, guys, this is Shadows and the Voyager class Optimus and Megatron. See you next time, guys.